The hey yo, what's up? What the frick? What's up? Yeah, I just heard the new Miles song, bro. It's as expected. It's a banger. It's called Popeyes, bro. I love that song already. I've only heard it once, and I already love it. Trying to do something new tonight. Love it. Okay. Oh, jeez. Sorry. I'm setting something. Oh, God. No, wait, that's my switch. No. Oh, God dang. Just a mess, my friend. Oh, God, that's right. Put it right here, probably. What is up, guys? It is Mars Sports. It's your boy Marshall. Sorry that intro took so long. I didn't even check if y'all can even hear me. I didn't even check if y'all can even hear me. Oh, no. I didn't even check if y'all can even hear me. Yeah, but oh god, this is actually way too bright. All right. So today we're gonna be talking about realignment. If y'all want to see my actual realignment I did yesterday, go check it out. I will say this: I forgot to. I didn't realize this until after I streamed. Actually, until today, I'm pretty sure. So when I originally did the realignment, the enrollment numbers were different. Like for 5 Division 1, 5 Division 2, like the actual numbers for like who's going up and who's going, like where the cutoffs for 5 Division 1, 5 Division 2 have changed. So there are some inaccuracies, and I apologize. But here are the schools that are actually going to be 5 Division 2 next year. I believe there's only 3 that are actually being affected. It's Wichita Falls Legacy, Frisco Emerson, and Lamar Thomas, or Gene Thomas, who's a brand new school. So sorry about that. I didn't realize they actually changed. So I was like, what the heck? Yeah. But well, it's not my fault. It was just how everything's changing. But yeah, but today we're gonna be talking about like it's like twas the night before realignment. So if y'all know what realignment is, it is huge in the state of Texas for determining who goes where in each conference. And it's huge because like it determines where you're going to be next year, like who you're playing, what your road is to the playoffs and all that. So it's a big day, that's for sure. But yeah, it's a pretty exciting time, I will say. But I should probably fix this. Hold up. Lamar Thomas. Where would Lamar Thomas be at? Probably over here. I'm realigning everything. The schools that actually need to be realigned. Just so I can get this correct with the new cutoffs. Which actually some of this actually is kind of a relief because as soon as the districts are overcrowded. But I'm gonna show y'all that in a second. I'm just fixing everything because I got to put Frisco Emerson somewhere. And I actually have to redo that district because it was overcrowded. Hmm. Where do I put these guys? I'm making it more accurate to what the new cutoffs are, just so y'all can see like all that. Where the frick are the maps at? Hold up. All right. Where is it? Okay, where's that website at? Hold up. Go to history. Sorry, I'm trying to look for something real quick. Oh, there she goes. Watch out, boy, she's ready to go. Oh. Wait, hold up. I love Joey. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. First 5 Frisco schools in the Division 2. So I'm trying to figure this out real quick because mine is overcrowded. How to get rid of? Yeah, they got rid of the interactive one. So my guess is they're trying to figure it out for tomorrow. So I'm going to have to do this a little differently. Okay. I guess I'll just do this. Sorry. This isn't the most neat one, and obviously I don't know if this is actually going to happen, but it's just what I have to go with for now. Hold up. There we go. But yeah, this isn't the most neat, but like I just trying to like come with like backups and audibles and all that. I'll show y'all my updated one in a sec. All right, there we go. So for my past realignment yesterday, this is where I added. This is where I added these teams. The ones that actually got they actually got put in the 5 Division 2. So you can see here because they're with Memorial already, so might as well. They're originally supposed to go to Division 1, but that's not happening. I put Community in District 4 instead, so I can make room for Frisco Emerson. And then for Gene Thomas, I just put him in the district that Randall used to be in, District 9. So there's that. But yeah, that's that's just an update there. And I'm sorry I didn't know yesterday. Now let's talk about who's potentially opting up. And there's also some of these are reported, and some of these aren't very shocking at all. Yeah, but let's do this. So this is for just a few of the conferences. Here you go. I guess it's all opt ups. I don't know because not most people are going. Most teams are going to opt to Division 1. It's like in lower conferences. But in 6A, there are 7 teams opting up. The first line should not be a surprise to anyone. Is at least that pay attention to these realignments is Garland ISD. Although there's no non-enforced because they're going to be 5 in Division 2 based on their enrollment numbers. But Garland, Lakeview, Centennial, Rowlett, and South Garland are expected to go. Voice crack. Sorry, are expected to opt up to 6A next year. This is in order to keep all their schools go. Although at this point, they might as well just be better off to be in 5 Division 1 because most of the schools are there already. Because I think they want to group them as Saxe and North Garland, who are the biggest schools there. And then Nam and Forest, I don't think can opt up to 6A because of how small they are. So yeah. And then Edinburgh and Edinburgh Vela are expected to opt up. This one, I mean, I'm not terribly shocked. Actually, wait, let me look at this realignment real quick. I mean, let's see. I'll be honest, I'm not terribly shocked because all the other Edinburgh schools are in 6A, plus it would help District 31 a lot. Help the Rio Grande Valley district a bit. So I thought that would for sure help football. Although Edinburgh is probably going to be 5A for March event, which would be huge. So yeah, because they made state last year in 6A. So, yeah. But that doesn't really surprise. I'm surprised they didn't do that earlier. Like I'm surprised Vela didn't opt earlier. But what do I know? But I think honestly, it makes sense, I guess, because their district that I have them in 5 Division 1 is a bunch of and all that, and that's a very crowded district. So at least loosen things up there, because it's a 10-team district, so make it 8 teams according to my realignment. So I'm not going to put that in my realignment right now. Then Garland, I already had them opting up, although Nam Forest is probably not going to be up there. So there's that. It's just Nam Forest is too small to opt up. But yeah, there's that. And then Spring Westfield might be opting up. This one, I'm honestly not terribly surprised. I brought this up in my video yesterday, but where I have them realigned is with all the Houston ISD schools. So it's kind of a weird draw for them. Plus, there's no Spring schools in 5 Division 1. They're all 6A. So Westfield, if they end up being 6A again, they would be in the same district probably they are right now. It's the same schools. Where are the Spring schools at? Spring and Spring DeCanny are in District 14. So we also added teams in that district. So Westfield's been 6A for a while. But I'm not terribly shocked they're doing this because, I mean, I legit brought this up in a video I didn't even hear any rumors about. Because where they are is not a great draw for them. I will say, though, one advantage they would have in 5A Division 2 or 5A Division 1 is the fact that they wouldn't have to travel to they would not have to play DFW teams in the playoffs until the state championship if they even make it there. Like their side of the bracket is a lot more friendly to them at that point than where they are now at 6A. But I get why they want to go 6A. Just they're with Houston IC schools. I'm sure they'd rather be with spring schools, which I guess makes sense. So, yeah. Yeah, there's that. Now I got 5 Division One. The first one, anyone Creekview from Carrollton Creekview, not Medina Valley Creekview. Carrollton Creekview is reported to opted up. I'm not surprised. I mean, they opted up last time. They were terrible in 5 Division Two. Like they from 2022, the 2022 and 2023 season when they're in 5 Division Two. We actually got my school, Argyle, got to play them 2 times. They literally went 0-20. Granted, their team was really bad back then, but I'm sure they'd rather be in 5 Division One where they are with like the Dallas schools, the Carrollton Mesquite schools, because you're going to get Mesquite next year as well. So yeah. But I think Creekview's in a good spot where they are, and they've made the playoffs last 2 years. So I think it makes sense that they're opting up. Plus, they did that last realignment, so there's that. But Creekview, man, I'll tell you what, they've gotten so much better at football. It's crazy. And then Clint Horizon is one that is going to opt up. This one is a little surprising in my opinion. Plus, I'm flying over my head. But Horizon, their band with their marching band made state last year, so shout out to their marching band. But this is to fill in the El Paso district because let's be real, there's not many El Paso schools up there. I'm sure they don't want a 14 district again. So there's that, and also it would also like loosen up the District 1 a little bit. I mean, it's already kind of decent size, like it's 8 teams, so it'd probably be down to 7, which I think they could work with. But yeah, Horizon opting up does make sense. It's a little surprising to do. I'm surprised to do last year alignment, but I guess it makes sense. The Eagle Pass win is assumed. I mean, they are kind of in a bad draw for district because like they're way out in the middle of nowhere, and where's Eagle Pass at? I know they're I'm pretty sure they're on the border of Texas and Mexico. Yeah, Eagle Pass right now, they be district with like San Antonio schools. They've been district with San Antonio schools and Laredo schools. So like that is kind of a bad draw for them to be fair. Like they have to travel really far for games. So I kind of get why. I mean, they're 6A, they'd probably be. Although there's not really a perfect solution for them, I will say. They're 6A, they'd probably be like with San Antonio schools, if anything. Like maybe 29. I don't know. Wait, no. They'd probably be District 30 because Eagle Pass is in there already. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise you. I also make the district up to 7 according to my realignment, to my mock realignment. So yeah, but that would make sense. And then the Fort Worth schools have reported Northside, Polytechnic, South Hills, and Wyatt. This actually loosens up 5 Division 2 a bit because the realignment definitely caused a lot of ripple effects whenever the Fort Worth schools report those runs. So that's Northside, Polytechnic, South Hills, and Wyatt. This would be kind of a weird draw for them in anyway. So the fact they're going to 5 Division 1 does not surprise me because they probably want to be with their Fort Worth buddies, but which have been the last few years. Because like right now, I have Burleson and Kleinburg moving to District 4 because of all that. But if Northside, Polytechnic, South Hills, and Wyatt all join that district, you wouldn't have to have Burleson and Centennial Cleburne in there anymore. You probably put them. Well, I don't know where you put them at that point. Maybe put them in District. No, District 8 wouldn't make any sense actually. You probably have to shift some things around, but yeah. But they would be with the Fort Worth schools, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, they probably want to keep it in the same little district, but yeah. Plus, they have the chance to do that because Pascal is a 5A now because they were 6A a few years ago, but they're a 5A now. But yeah, there's that. But it would definitely loosen things up in District 3. That means you'd have left over Burleson, Colville Heritage, Eagle Mountain, Everman, Grapevine, Joshua, or my realignment. But it's a smallish district, but I think they could probably add some teams in there and make it even. Like they could probably move like Argyle in there or something like that. Probably move Argyle or Arlington Seguin would probably be the one that makes the most sense to move in there. You probably put Argyle and Arlington Seguin in there potentially to work out some things, but yeah. But the Fort Worth schools moving actually makes it a lot easier to realign. So yeah. And then he assumed up to 5 Division One Chavez, Madison, Sharpstown, Westbury, Waltrip, and Wisdom. These schools are really tiny. But it's all the Houston schools, so they all be in the district together. Division One, which their district is the District 10. I already put them as realigned in here, so it's opted up. So I think it makes sense that they're doing that because I've noticed with like urban school districts like Dallas isn't actually not really Dallas because there's so many schools like Fort Worth and Houston. It's others like Garland, I guess, are not urban school district, but still, a lot of these big school districts want to keep their schools together in one district, which I can understand. So that's why they're doing that. And then who else is opting up? South Side, I guess that's San Antonio South Side. Let's assume they're District 2, Division 2, I guess. They have them in District 13. I mean, they could. I don't know. We'll see. That one's a wild card. They might go there. Maybe we'll see. And then Yasalta ISD, Bel Air, Hanks, and Parkland also has some schools that might opt up or report to opt out, which are Bel Air, Hanks, and Parkland. I actually already have in Division 1 Bel Air and Parkland up there already. So the fact that they added Hanks as well makes it even better because you'd have to probably have a 16 district at that point, which is actually not too bad considering it's El Paso. You'd have America's, Bel Air, El Dorado, Parkland, Hanks, and Horizon. I think that's actually a good sized district. You can also play teams from El Paso and all that. So yeah, I think that works out in the El Paso school's favor because, in case y'all don't know, the last realignment put only 4 El Paso schools in the district. Like they didn't even have a choice at that point. It was so small they literally had to play. Each of the teams had to play each other twice in one season. They had to do a home and away thing. It was weird, but yeah, do what they got to do. So yeah, but there's that. And now let's move down to 5 Division 2. Dallas Spruce is reported to go to 5 Division 2. I'm a little surprised by this because 1, you have to play South Oak Cliff, and 2, I mean, aren't there Dallas schools already in 4A? Like there's District 8 with Dallas, Carter, Conrad, Kimball, Pinkston, North Dallas. Like they could just join them. But I mean, if it's reported, I guess. But like that was a little surprising to me. So, yeah, and San Antonio, Houston. San Antonio, it's in San Antonio, but it's just the school's name Houston for some reason. They're looking at. I mean, there's not many. There's San Antonio Kennedy, so they probably end up in District 14 for it, but like it is a weird draw for them, so they probably end up in District 12 or 13, whatever the school district they're in. So yeah, I mean that one. I mean that's assumed, I guess. So I wouldn't really surprise you because you want to be with more San Antonio schools, which I understand. Yeah, there's that. And then moving on, we also have for non-football, we have Ann Richards High School, whatever it's called. They're girls only school, from what I can tell. They're reported. I know their marching band's pretty good, so there's that. I saw in that BO Bands America competitions. But that's assumed. But that's for not for football. But yeah, that'll be interesting to see for like the other sports. Fox Tech for San Antonio and Houston Vanguard also assume that those are just like I think those are more like not they might be private schools. I don't know. Then the 4A Division 1 Bridge City is reported to go up. I mean, I guess are they 4A already? Are they 4A already? The 4 Division 1. Yes, and they're in District 10. So I guess, I mean, my guess is travel. I don't really know as much about the 4 districts. Dallas ISD, Lincoln, Roosevelt, and Wilmer Hutchins have been reported. I mean, I guess so. Spruce is going up, but the other ones are going. I don't know. That's a little weird, but I mean, it is kind of a weird district for them because like There's no Dallas schools, I don't think. No, there's no Dallas schools in 4A Division Two as of last year. And it probably, I don't know, it would be kind of a nightmare travel wise. So Dallas also won the off up, I guess. Yeah, but Hutchins, Lincoln, and Roosevelt have 4 Division II numbers. So it doesn't really surprise me that they're going to go down there. I mean, that they're going to move up because travel. But yeah, I get it. Honestly, for Spruce, they should probably go there too. They're the one that's going now, right? Yeah. Because, I mean, you got Milano's joining 5 Division II. I mean, I guess you'd have them. I guess you have the districts even at that point. That's my main. That's I guess the main reason. Because you'd have 8 teams in 5A Division II for District 5, and then 8 teams in District 8 for Division 1. So I guess I get it there. But yeah, because you don't want to have them uneven and all that. If you know what I mean. But yeah, and then Fort Worth ISD, you got like Benbrook, Benbrook, Dunbar, Diamond Hill, Jarvis, and Western Hills. I mean, that wouldn't really surprise me. Benbrook was actually 4 Division II, this previous realignment, and same thing with Dunbar. But I mean, it is weird for travel because they're playing Glen Rose, Godley, Hillsborough, Venus. That's not necessarily close to them by any means. It's like way south. So if they're in Division 1, they'd be with Decatur and Springtown and all the other Fort Worth schools. Then you also have who else is looking at the Diamond Hill, Jarvis, and Western Hills. I mean, I guess you'd have like it'd be a District 5 for 4A Division 1, but I guess you'd have like I don't know. Let's just say that all the Decatur and Springtown stay in that district. Let's just say that there's 14 teams opting up. 2 of them are already here. And so that would be it would be 9 teams, so it'd be a good sized district. Yeah, I guess I can kind of see why they're doing that. Yeah, there's that. Because I will admit it's probably not the most convenient for Division 2 to do that. So yeah, Liberty, not Frisco Liberty, but regular just Liberty. If their mascots are flames, that'd be hilarious. They're looking to go up to 4 Division 1 potentially. I don't know where they are right now. Liberty, or their mascot, the Emus, or Liberty Mutual. Liberty ISD opens a second high school called Mutual High School. Liberty Mutual. Emus and Doug. I'm sorry. Liberty. Is it Lubbock Cooper Liberty? I mean, I guess it's Lubbock Cooper Liberty. I don't know that. Oh no. There they are. Sorry, I got thrown off. But Liberty is currently what was the 4 Division 1 this previous time, and they're looking to opt up. And actually, ironically, the same district as Bridge City, who's looking to opt up as well. They're reporting. The Fort Worth ones are assumed, by the way. I mean, I guess they want to keep consistency within the districts. That makes sense. So yeah, there's that. By the way, these schools choose if they want to opt up or not. Usually, at least from Arkansas. And then Taylor High School record the incorrect snapshot. I've never seen that before. What do I know? Let's see. Where's Taylor at? Okay, so maybe I guess if it's like that, they might as well. And then possibly 1 or 2 more schools, and then 4 Division 2, Houston Wheatley by rule. I mean, where are they at right now? Oh yeah, they're 3 Division 1, so I guess they might as well. And I guess I mean, they don't really have any Houston schools over here, so I mean, they're kind of stuck in that kind of situation. They'd probably be like in like around district, then Region 3 for sure. How the heck is China Spring Region 3? That's weird. Yeah, because I feel like they used to be on the other side of the bracket. But there's that. But that makes sense, I guess. I mean, does 3 Division 1 have any Houston schools? No, they do not. So I guess it makes sense because the smaller the conferences and the divisions are, the problem usually means more travel because they're more spaced out, not clustered together, anything like that. That looks so weird, but yeah. There's that. Those are just some things that are potentially reported or rumored, yeah. But there's that. By the way, DeSoto is not on there, so I don't know what DeSoto's doing yet. But if they stay 5A, or if they 6A, great. Me personally, I think they should go to. I think if they could, I wish they could opt out just for football. Because I'll be honest, I was looking at DeSoto's other sports. A lot of the other sports are not great at, and they're about 6A for all sports except like marching band and all that. I mean, I think it's their men's basketball. That's actually pretty good. And I think it's the other their baseball or softball. That's good. Yeah. But the Soto, I guess and their football is obviously really good. The Soto, I could see why both options make sense. Because 5A, it plays within your enrollment more, and it probably helped every sport. And the Soto's probably locked to win 5A state next year. No offense to Smith Valley, or but they say 6A. Yes, other sports might not love it, but it makes sense because your football team can compete at that level. So yeah, but my prediction is no matter where DeSoto ends up, they're going to play Duncanville next year. If they end up, because if they're 6A, they're going to be in a district Duncanville. I know that for a fact. Because like why would they move them away? They're like really close to each other as well. So yeah, that's one of the best rivalries in high school football. So yeah, and then but if they're 5A though, I can definitely see them scheduling a matchup together just because Duncanville is probably the team that has the hardest time finding matchups because they're so good. That's why they only played 8 regular season games last year. But I mean, they could probably. Could you imagine Duncanville DeSoto week 1? That would actually be really fun. Because the thing with Duncanville, they have a hard time scheduling opponents because they'd have like they always play South Oak Cliff every year, which is always they have them to play, and then they just can't find anyone else. Like they could probably end up get away with like playing like DeSoto if they're 5A, and maybe South Lake Carroll. Like they could play some really good teams if they really wanted to, and maybe go out of state for one. This Duncanville is one of those teams that goes out of state for a game sometimes. Yeah, there's that. So yeah. So they might opt up, but we'll see. So I mean, it'll be very interesting to see. I mean, let's see. Who's this guy? Oh, who's this? So let's say Jacksonville High School had a district opponent, a scrimmage scheduled with an opponent that's actually going to actually is going to end up in their district potentially. So that'll be interesting. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm willing to bet that. So I think my guess is where everyone's going to find out when DeSoto's 5A or 5 or 6A when we find out. I'm sure the first thing when people click on 6A, the first thing they're looking for is DeSoto or 5 Division 1, I guess. I mean, they could go either way. I'm just saying. So if they ended up in 5A Division 1, they'd be in District 7 more than likely. And right now I have that with Cedar Hill, Crandall, Dallas Highland Park, DeSoto, Lancaster, Mansfield Legacy, Mansfield Summit, Midlothian, and Tyler. Although I could see probably some shifting going around if some other schools move, with the Fort Worth schools moving up. There's that. But they're at 6A, they'd be in a district with probably. I mean, they obviously end up with Duncanville and Skyline, which maybe Skyline, Mesquite, Horn, at least Red Oak and Waxahachie as well. And my guess is the Forney schools end up in there. Yeah, because a lot of schools are leaving that district because they're going to 5 Division 1. Like Cedar Hill, DeSoto, Lancaster, and Mesquite all have 5A numbers, so that's why that district's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's going to be intriguing. That's for sure. So, with that being said, let's go over some of the other things that we're looking out for tomorrow. One of the things we're looking for is what are they going to do with District 2 for 6A? So District 2 right now is only Midland Lee, which is Legacy right now, but it's going to turn to Lee next year. Odessa, Permian, San Angelo Central, which is only 5 teams, and you don't ever see that 6A because you know how big 6A is. But actually, I'll show y'all the actual realignment I put together. But you have Midland Lee, Odessa, Permian, and San Angelo Central. And if we're looking at a map here, by the way, I'm trying the best I can to look for these maps because literally they took down all the maps for some reason. Well, like the actual interactive maps, which kind of sucks, but it's all good. I get if it's for tomorrow. But if we let's look at this map here. This is the interactive map. So if my zooming will ever, good lord, my zooming will ever get into control. So here's what the issue is with District 2 and 6A. That school, Wolford Friendship, is moving down to 5A because Friendship Memorial opened up this school year. So that actually leaves a district with this to work with. I mean, taking out Wolford Friendship, they could take a school down here. What school is this? They could, which could be a possibility. But because Del Rio either way is gonna have a lot of traveling to do, but I think they'd rather be over here because it's up the road to San Angelo. Well, it's not that close. They could do that. They could also take like Weatherford and put him over there, but I don't think Weatherford wants to do that. But Weatherford's in a district in a conveniently placed district already, so there's that. Plus, if Alito and Granbury end up there, that'll be interesting. That'll solve its stuff out. Yeah, because I mean, because actually my realignment, the one that did not think very well on, I had Alito. I think Alito Granbury joining the Amarillo schools for some reason. Yeah, but there's that. I mean, they're not going to take El Paso schools. I don't see that happening just because El Paso's already confined in one thing. Plus, overcrowd the district. Yeah, my guess is that district's going to stay as 5 teams. I hate to say it, but like it's going to be like that. They don't really have a choice. Now, what could help them in the coming years if Friendship comes back to 6A and Memorial comes to 6A as well? At least if one of them goes to 6A, then that'll solve things out because Friendship Memorial, I'm pretty sure their enrollment is like pretty decently sized. Like they're a pretty big high school considering the circumstances, and it's bound to get bigger because it's a new school. Their enrollment is where is their enrollment at? They're actually 2194, so they're actually not far from 6A. So in the coming years, and it's only a few grades, in the coming years, I do expect Friendship Memorial to become a 6A. So that'll at least help things out there eventually. So I think they're just going to go with 5 teams for these next 2 years. And then once Friendship Memorial ends up in 6A, assuming they do, then they'll add them in District 2. So yeah. District 1, I don't really have any questions about that. District 3, I mean, this one makes sense. I mean, They could move the Mansfield schools to District 11, back to District 11 if District 11 really needs that much help. But I think they'll be fine. District 4, I think will stay the same. District 5, I don't know. Well, here's one thing. Wakeland have questions if they're going to go to 5 or 6. It could go either way. But based on this, I think they'll stay in 5. I think they'll go to 5 just because it would be uneven if I put them in District 6. So, yeah, and Walnut Grove end up with the Prosper schools. That no doubt about that. And then 7, I don't have any questions there. 9, I know I put 9 Forest in there. I don't think they're going to be 5. I don't think they're going to be 6A, though. But, I mean, we'll see what happens. But and what will happen to Princeton? That's my question. Like, will they stay here? Will they go there? We'll see. And then District 10, we'll see how that district. Will Wiley schools move there? Well, and in District 11, could they add Forney schools? All that. Well, how they deal with 4 teams leaving their district to go play 5A football if DeSoto stays, of course. So if it's DeSoto, if DeSoto actually moves up though, that stays in 6A, then there'll be 3 schools. But still, I think Forney North Forney actually be a really huge pickup for that district, especially with DeSoto leaving. We got to fill its presence somehow. Yeah, and like Forney and North Forney was really good last year. Like, I know they only made it to the second round of the playoffs, but they were really good. Like they went 10-2. Their only 2 losses came to a very close one to Rockwall Heath and a 1-point loss to Rockwall Heath, and actually the only 17-point loss to Waxahachie. And Forney's record, they were 10-3 last year, and their losses came to Waxahachie, ironically. North Forney and Willis. So I mean, Forney has like really good football. Forney ISD's got some really good football teams. That's right. And Forney was recently became a 6A a few years ago. Like they were 5A back then. Now they're 6A. Same thing in North Forney. North Forney's been 6A for longer though. I didn't realize Forney and Harker Heights play each other at Newsom. That's pretty cool. Forgot about that. Man, if I still lived in Mansfield, I mean, obviously I'm glad I moved here, but man, if I still lived in Mansfield, I would have gone to so many high school football games out there because my stadium it's not a bad stadium, but like it's not meant to host neutral site games or anything like that. It's a very old stadium, very small stadium. Yeah, there's that. We're getting a new stadium next year. Yeah. In District 12, how will they get like Georgetown school? How will they handle like all these 5A Division 1 District 8 teams? Like, how are they going to fill out some of these Killeen schools? Like, they're going to get Chapel in there, but like we've got Killeen Shoemaker, and like Belton's probably end up there, and then Georgetown ECU could end up there too. Like, there's a lot of things there too. District 13, I mean, that's pretty much how it is. We'll see what if Timber Mill ends up here one day because that Conroe district is really giant. District 14, will Westfield end up in this district again? Well, like if they opt out, and obviously will DeSoto opt out to go to 6A. District 25, I think that's how. I think there's quite 15. Sorry, I don't think there's many questions there. Sorry, I keep forgetting this is small. Let me put this at 90. District 8, like, I mean, will they move Haltom to like somewhere else? I guess is the question. What they could do, I don't think it's in the cards, but listen, I mean, it's possible. Do you think I think District 8 could be the Arlington schools, the Grand Prairie schools, and the Mansfield schools. That would make a lot of sense, like geographically. My guess is the Mansfield schools will stay in District 3. Plus, if this is how the district is, I assume that Lake Ridge would probably win it by a decent amount. It's very weird saying because the football team used to suck back then. But hey, shout out to Lake Ridge. They've really improved, that's for sure. District 16 is I mean, they could move some Sacker schools around if they really wanted to. I don't see that happening though. 17, same thing. 18, will we see like who will opt up to the 6A, if anyone? Probably a few. Then the Katy schools are the Katy schools. We'll see if Freeman's mentioned to be there one day. If the more Katy schools they open up, that district's gonna get really crowded because I think Freeman's gonna end up 6A one day. District 20, I mean, I don't really have any questions about that one. I mean, maybe it's one that's flying over my head or something like that. Yeah. Oh, I forgot that. Wait, never mind. Sorry. Okay, District 20 is probably gonna stay the same. 21. I mean, just duelist leaving, so that's it. District 22, and just Pasadena, South Houston leaving. District 23, like this one's interesting because how will they end up? How will Barboursville and Crosby do here if they end up being put here? And like, how does district fare out with this is a bloodbath of the district, by the way. How will like Barbers if Crosby and Barboursville end up here? How will they fare out? You know, that's probably their best options at that point. District 24. I mean, that's District 24. What do you expect? The same. District 25. Oh, one thing I'm watching out for like District 12. How will Hutto move to the other side of the bracket because District 25 is getting crowded? And how will Leander schools affect everything? Because you got Cedar Park, Leander, and Rouse all moving up points, which is pretty crazy to me. Like how will they fare out with like, will they keep the Round Rock schools in the district? Because like that's gonna be a huge district. I could see it being a Round Rock ISD versus Leander ISD district. Then the District 20, will they move the Buddha schools up here? That's my question because like that's more convenient travel. How will Jackson Hayes fit in? And then, 27 will like Southwest and the Southwest Legacy be in there. 28 is 28. I mean, it's a big district. That's all I'll say. 29. Will the Buddha schools leave, and how will Piper fare out in this district? Because yeah. And then how will this district like be with like Piper in there, and then there might be another one that's joining. No, Wagner's the only one that's joining. District 30. Will we see Eagle Pass winning here next year? District 21, 31. How will Edinburgh and Nella actually end up opting up, like as reported? And 32. How will this district fare out without Hannah High School? I mean, this will probably be shifted around a bit. Yeah. The 5A Division 1. What schools are joining here in District 1? We kind of know who's joining, but yeah. District 2. How will Wolford Friendship end up? How will the new Friendship? How will the Friendship schools do over here and all that? And how will they do without Lubbock Coronado? And then District 3. Who's going to take the throne after Alito's gone? It's going to be Nine, but yeah. District 4, will the Fort Worth schools all end up opting out? Will this be a Fort Worth only district like it was last year? I'm pretty sure Saginaw in its own school district, or is it a Fort Worth school? I have actually no clue. Let me see. I'm pretty sure. I think it might be in Fort Worth ISD. Okay, it's in the Eagle Mountain School District. Fair enough. So I guess it kind of works out for them anyway. So it's not actually in Fort Worth ISD. And then District 5, how will Melissa do here? Will Melissa Lone Star end up in the same district? That I think will happen. The District 6, how will Mesquite fare out? How will they fare without Malina? District 7, how will these new formerly 6A District 11 teams fare out in this district? And how will they will Burleson and Cleveland affect any of this? And you got a lot, like there's a lot of changes. Cedar Hill, Crandall, like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 schools that are new to 5 Division 1, at least from last year. Cedar Hill, DeSoto, and Lancaster coming from 6A, and then Crandall. Cedar Hill, DeSoto, Legacy, and Lancaster coming from 6A. And by the way, Lancaster was 5A not that long ago. And then Crandall and Summit come from 5 Division 2. So there's obviously Legacy and Summit regrouped up together. So there's no doubt about that, obviously. And in District 8, how will they recover from most of their schools going to 6A? Like, will this district end up like being a different part of the state? Because who knows? It can very well be. Because I mean, it's going to be very weird. Because I think the Pflugerville schools need to save them at this point. Because how it was for the last realignment, Cedar Park Cedar Park, Leander, and Rouse, all the Leander schools were in District 8, and 3 of the 4 are moving up to 6A. And then you also have like Belton moving up, and Killeen Chapel, and Eastview from Georgetown. Like that's a lot of teams you're losing. So that's be very interesting to see there. It's kind of a weird draw for them, obviously. Yeah, District 9. District 9. How will Lufkin still be here? I guess. Or which side of the bracket will Lufkin be on? I'm sure they're fine where they are because they don't really have a choice. And how these new teams like Kingwood Park. Was Kingwood Park Division 2 last year? I'm pretty sure they were out of 6A Division 2. 5 Division 2. Yeah, they were a 6A. Okay, fair enough. And Barbers Hills be out of this district. There's that too. I mean, you got a lot of new districts. You got Baytown, Goose Creek Memorial. You also have who else is in here? Kingwood Park. Watch that to the 6A something. New Caney and New Caney Porter. Wait, Porter's already there. I'm pretty sure. Well, actually, Porter was already in 6A or 5A Division 1. This moving districts because they really need some help from the other districts and and of course New Caney. He's coming down from 6A. District 10, who's opting up who's opting up from the Houston area, Houston ISD, and then what will Westfield do? In District 11, how will Randall and Iowa Colony be placed in the same district? And how will that affect all these teams? Because that's a really, really good district out there. And there's no more Crosby or Fort Bend Kempner because Crosby's going to 6A and Fort Bend Kempner's going to Division 2. So there's that. District 12, you have here's what you got here. What happens to Jackson Hayes, and do you end up losing the Pflugerville schools to District 8? Because that's very possible because of how the district is now. Killing's have to travel either way. Yeah. And then how will because I could see a scenario if they split this district up somehow and they put like Burleson, Killeen, and all that. Burleson, like the south, like the southern schools like Burleson, Cleburne, Midlothian, and then like Killeen schools. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see. We've seen in the past like Waco, Midway be with Mansfield schools, so there's that. I mean, that Killing's obviously more south, but still worth mentioning. In the District 12, how will this district be affected with District 8 being a complete disarray? And McCallum's joined this district and all that, so that'd be interesting. So yeah, and Manor could be joining. Yeah. And District 13, will this district actually be this small? I don't think it will, but just because on second thought, I don't think it's gonna be that small. But will they have to add some teams? Probably, maybe like Lockhart or something, wherever Lockhart is. Then District 14, how's this going to fare out since it's so small? And then really these districts, how are these new schools going to affect these districts and no PSA North anymore? But that's probably better for the other teams because PSA North is really good. But how will they end up with how will that affect things and how will the new schools affect these districts? So now I got Division 2. District 1, how many schools are actually opting up to 5 Division 1? Because that could really affect who's in this district. District 2, it's District 2. Look, it's pretty much the exact same. Is there any changes here? No, Plainview's going to 4A. Sorry. District 3. Abilene Cooper, where are we going? Oh, Lubbock Coronado's in this district. I forgot about that. District 3. I mean, how is this going to be? Will the Fort Worth schools end up actually opting up, or will this cause disarray within everything else over here? Because if the Fort Worth schools out, how's that going to affect everything over here? And then District 4. I mean, how are all these schools leaving affecting it? Like you got Emerson, well, not anymore, but Liberty, Melissa, Walton Grove, all going up. And then District 5, South Oak Cliff sweep everyone. Well, South. I guess the big stuff. Well, Dallas. Well, South Oak Cliff goes second straight year with shine out every district opponent. District 6. How will this be? How will this district be with like if the Fort Worth schools end up staying here somehow? Like where the Frisco schools go and all that, and like how will all this be affected? So honestly, I'm not actually a little surprised that Timberview and Heritage weren't in a district together. Or I guess some of them as well, but yeah. And then District 7, because Midlothian's very close to Mansfield. Like it's like south there. I lived there. I lived in Mansfield, and it's very close to Midlothian. I didn't really go to Midlothian that much, but went there for a game a few months ago. When we played Midlothian Heritage in football. Crushed them too, which is nice. In District 7, how will this district get more teams that are more west? Like, well, how will this district be affected? Like Jacksonville going down and all that. And Coffin, of course, is going down. District 16 and Crandall. In District 8, will this actually stay the way it is, or will they put them on the other side of the bracket like they probably want to be? In District 9, how are they going to do? How is this district going to be without Randall and Iowa Colony? How are they going to do with Galena Park and Lamar and Gene Thomas? Because that's it's gonna be look a little different next year. I'm sure it's a relief for District 9 because they don't have to deal with the two best teams out there. So two best teams are District 1. And then District 10, will this district actually be this small? Probably. They could theoretically add Pflugerville if they really wanted to, but I don't think they're gonna do that. District 11, how will this be affected without like? Wait, Lhasa doesn't have a football team. Why'd they add that? The District 11, how will these teams be affected with like McAllen going up? I guess. What else? And Connolly's going up. And like, will Legacy Ranch, and how will they do with Legacy Ranch in there? Because if Liberty Hill and Legacy Ranch is obviously a package deal. And there's that. And by the way, I actually used to know someone that goes to Elgin High School now. They moved there. District 12, I mean, well, San Antonio, Houston opted up, which I assume they will. District 13, how the New Braunfels school is going to end up in here if they end up being here? Like, they're going to do Kerrville Tibby not in the district, and yeah, will they actually give Victoria West the bone and moving them out of there? District 14, how will they be affected with a lot of Corpus Christi schools moving away? Then District 15, what are they going to do with Alice leaving? They're actually going to do stadium pretty soon, from what I can tell. Will Eagle Pass win actually move up? Wait, Eagle Pass win? Oh. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with that. Then District 16, this isn't gonna really be that small because like 4A. So yeah, there's that. Those are some storylines. Here's some possibilities I could see happening. Honestly, I could see. Let's see. That are not in here. I mean, I could honestly. I do think District 2 could stay the same. They're going to add someone's probably going to be Del Rio. Del Rio is like way on the other side of the bracket, though. Like they're in District 30. Like they could add Del Rio, but then that causes issues here because there's 5 teams there. So I don't think they're going to do that. It just gives the other district that problem. District 3. I mean, I could see. I think I could see the Mansfield schools moving somewhere. I don't think that's going to happen just because how many teams are in this district right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Legacy going down to 5 is interesting for Mansfield. I mean, Weatherford, there's a chance they could end in District 2. I don't think that's going to happen, though. There's no way. So I'm going to say that they actually end up there. I think District 2 is going to have to ride it out for a few years until Memorial comes up to 5, 6, 8. Maybe Friendship comes back up one day or two. We'll see. District 4, I mean, I expect it to stay the same. I mean, there's a possibility they can move. I mean, they could move South Lake Hill somewhere, I mean, they can move him here theoretically. I don't think that's going to happen. That make it a bloodbath of a district. South Lake, Carroll, North Crowley, and Alito. It would be where's our coaches district? We're looking first year coaches district, I guess. District 5, I mean, Wakeland could end up at District 6 if someone figure this all out. They want to actually make it uneven, but I feel like the UIL tries to at least make it even. I do as well. I mean, Coppell could end up over here, theoretically. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I think this district, I feel confident the way it is. District 6, we could see some teams move around. I think the last time, I want to see, I want to see the last who's in these districts back then? If I can find, I'm just curious in case there's like history. You know what I mean? Like where? Let's see, 6A. I feel like it was different back then. I guess back then they had 5 and 6 be a little more center. Yeah, they could do. I think it's fine the way it is, though. I just can't find it. District 7. I don't think they're doing anything here, unless people just suit somewhere for some reason. 8. I could see Halton moving somewhere, but I don't think it's in the cards because like how big these districts are already. It's kind of a weird place for Halton to be. It's like they're you got Arlington, the Grand Prairie, Arlington schools, the Grand Prairie, and then you got Halton way out there. And it's not the worst commute, but yeah, it's actually a lot closer than I thought. But it's still kind of a weird commute, I gotta admit. Yeah, there's that. Let's see. Notice on the maps they don't have any overlap. That's one thing I gotta watch out for. I mean, imagine they move Granbury to District 2. That would be bad. Granbury, not Grand Prairie. So yeah. But what else? I mean, yeah. District 9, we'll see what the Garland schools. Because I think all but Norman Forest is going to opt up. I think Princeton, I think, could end up somewhere over here as well. I don't know. In District 10, yeah, there's some of this stuff. I think there's some possibilities like, I don't know. I think I covered most of the possibilities, but yeah, there's that. I just want to refresh this page and see if there's anything new on this forum. Yeah. Anyways, y'all. I'm tired. So let's see. So I guess we have about 13 hours and 25 minutes till these alignments actually come out. So we'll see what happens there. I will be live streaming tomorrow to talk about like who's going where and all that. Although I do have to come home from school kind of late. So yeah, I just realized that pretty recently. Yeah, but yeah, because I am going back to school tomorrow. It's about time. I've been in school in a long time. My guess though is probably in the evening I'll stream. Probably around this time I'll probably be streaming. I'll briefly talk about everything. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what happens because we're going to see who plays each other in football. football. Yeah, but it's intriguing, that's for sure. I think because I will admit, there's the schools I would have never guessed they're going to like to moving up a conference. Like I didn't think I knew Lido was going. I didn't know Granbury was going up till I actually checked the enrollment. The community is one that surprised me too. I guess that they're going to high school. Yeah, but there's that. One thing I could guarantee that's 100% correct. The 2A Division II state championship will be completely different teams this upcoming season or next season, I guess. Yeah, because Munster and China are both going up. One thing I'm interested to see, like in the realignment, it's like honestly, I'm interested to see how Jayton and Gordon will do with each other out in 1A Division I because Jayton's going up. There are 2 state champions up there. And then China and Munster will be interesting going up there to Division One. You have a lot of teams moving. Like here's what state champions are moving up or moving conferences. The Soda's moving down to 5A. Really, teams that were at state last year. Keen staying. Well, what I could see doing one day if it's within the cards. What if they put North Shore on Duncanville's side of the bracket? That would be insane, bro. I mean, where is region? Huh. You know what? Where's North Shore? Put them at district. Put them in region 14. Then they'll be on the same side. I mean, if they realign it completely, then maybe. But I think that the way they have it, it's fine right now. Do you imagine they put because they did that with South Oak Cliff and Port Neches Groves. South Oak Cliff and PNG play each other at state every year, and then PNG got moved to the south, and then Port Neches Groves got moved to the same side of the bracket as South Oak Cliff. So there's that. But I mean, it's going to be interesting. That's for sure. If Duncanville and North Shore about it, but the same side of the bracket, that would be crazy. Yeah. Who else? What else is happening? Let's see. Randall's going to Division One, which will be interesting. Richmond Randall, or Thomas E. Randall High School from Lamar, Texas. They're going to 5A Division One, which should be interesting. Then Salt has not a state champion, but they're going up. Same thing, Panther Creek. Let's see who else. Yeah. Wait, is that? Hold up. You also have Wall going up to Division One. I know that they weren't state like this past season, but Gunter's going to Division One, which would be very interesting. They're a football powerhouse out there. Is Newton staying where they are? Yes, they are. And then Zamford going to Division Two. Interesting. I know they didn't make state last year, but still. I know it was Joaquin and Hamilton the state championship. Yeah, because Joaquin ran the ball a lot. Joaquin loves run the ball, that's for sure. I respect it though. He got from the state, so that's something at least. What side of the bracket is Hamilton? Joaquin's in 11. Okay, and they were last realignment, and then Hamilton's one that's going to 3 Division 2 next year. That would be interesting. We'll see if they can take the reins of Gunter and Wall and Newton. I guess Newton's staying, but still. Hamilton Newton State Championship potentially. We'll see. Then the Division 2, you got both Munster and Shiner going up, which would be interesting. Obviously, 1A, they're not moving out of there. Gordon and imagine put Gordon and Jayton in the same district. I don't know where they're located, so there's that. Gordon and who was the team that they played? Rankin? What district are they in? Hello?
Hey,
Hey, I'm streaming. What's up?
I have a question for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I need a ride tomorrow to school.
After school?
To school.
To school?
Yeah.
I can probably give that to you.
Okay. I have to be there for band at 8:15 in the morning.
Okay, I could probably get you there by then.
Okay. How's the stream going?
It's going pretty good. I'm just talking about what we could see a realignment tomorrow.
Are they tomorrow?
Do what?
Are they tomorrow?
Yeah, the realignment comes out 9 a.m. tomorrow.
So in school at that time.
Yeah, true. I'll probably just watch it on my computer.
If that's possible.
I can just try to pull up the live stream if I can, because it's on the UIL website, so you can just refresh it. I'm hoping y'all end up in a good district though.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
You mean we?
Well, you are. I guess I'm forever an Eagle. I guess I guess an Eagle's forever an Eagle. I guess even though I'm not going to be there next year.
Sure.
But hey, I'll still try to watch all y'all's games though. I mean, Talon's broadcasting it, so might as well. And I'll try to come to a game at the new stadium. Anyways, let's see. So who else is moving? Where's Rankin at? What district were they in? They were in 8? No, 7? No. Where the heck are they? Oh, they're in 4. I'm blind. And then Richland Springs is staying. Jayton's going up, which should be very interesting. I'm very intrigued to see where they'll put them. Because Jayton's really, really good. Yeah. There's that. So yeah, but we still don't know if DeSoto's opting up yet, by the way. Ayush.
Yeah.
There's still no word if DeSoto's opting up yet.
Oh.
There's rumors they're gonna be 5A, but they're also saying they haven't decided yet. Because here's the thing, I was talking about this on stream. I look at their other sports. Football is for sure their best sport. They got 2 other sports they're pretty good at, but like the other sports they aren't great at. So I could see a case where they go into 5A to help all them. Plus they're under 2,000 kids at this point, so might as well. And apparently the reason why I messed up, I think I told you this. Apparently I messed up on my realignment yesterday is because the cutoffs actually changed from the last time I did it. So there are 3 schools that have to realign because they're apparently they're in 5A Division 1 or 5A Division 2 instead of 1 like they're originally supposed to be at. That, like I was talking about Legacy High School yesterday, and then Frisco Emerson and Gene Thomas, which is a new school, they're all going to be a 5 Division 2 next year all of a sudden. So there's that.
Commercial.
Huh.
Wait, isn't our Legacy going to be over? They already graduated.
It's right after you graduate, yeah. Legacy is opening up, but they're not going to actually get into a district until 2028 for football. My guess is Argyle Legacy will be a 4 Division 2. And then I think Argyle will stay 5 Division 2. It's just a lot smaller.
Makes sense.
Because there's actually 10 new high schools opening up in 2027.
Actually?
Yeah, it's a lot of high schools. Like they got a new school round up. So I'll tell you where. So here's what it says right now. Here's what's open in 2027. It's 10 schools. Anna IST's open up at Second High School. Argyle Legacy, of course. Conroe ISD's open up Timber Mill, which is where the Woodlands is. Del Val, which is in I believe Austin area or San Antonio. I forgot, somewhere around there. They're opening up North Del Valle, and then Denton's also opened up a new high school, and then Hutto, which is in Austin area, they're opening up a second high school. Lamar, which is where Randall High School is, they're opening up an eighth high school. Northwest ISD is also opening up a fourth high school, which is right off I-35. Royce City's opening up Worthy Fate, and Royce City is like east of here. And then Waxahachie's opening up Creek High School, which it will be huge because Waxahachie is a big 6A right now.
Interesting.
It's a lot of schools that are open between 2027. So it's very interesting to see what happens. And then next year is only 2 schools opening up. It's Medina Valley, Creekview, and Tomball West, which one's in San Antonio, one's in Houston. So that's crazy. You got Argyle, Denton, and Northwest all opening up a school at the exact same time.
That's great.
Yeah, that'd be a lot. It's very local, that's for sure. And by the way, I think I said this on stream earlier. If y'all don't know, I see your A Marshall. If y'all don't know, if I didn't say it, I think I said this already, but if y'all just tune in, I am in Argyle ISD. I'm at Argyle High School. Argyle Legacy is literally just the old Argyle High School. It's just because the old Argyle High School has turned to a lot of things. It went from a middle school and high school at once because that's how small we were, to just the high school, to just the middle school, and now it's becoming a second high school. And the reason why it's called Legacy High School is because that building has a lot of legacy to it because it's the original building for Argyle ISD, or one of the original buildings. Yeah. But I figure I'd give y'all some history lecture, I guess. Well, kind of. Future. Not yet. Well, I guess part of it's historical, but yeah. But yeah. Yeah, this is a, and I also fixed the schools at least. That's nice. Like the ones that originally were realigned, yeah. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'd expect some surprises. I'm sure though. This is not gonna be the exact one. I'm sure it'll be similar, but like we'll see what happens. I'm willing to see what happens because like there's some shot in the dark predictions. Like there are some like long shot predictions like Princeton moving to the Garland schools and then Wiley moving to wherever they are, and then like Forney schools moving to District 11. Because yeah, I guess just to name a few. But we'll see what happens. We could see Port Neches Groves get moved to the back to the Region 3 like they used to be. We could also see some other things like, I don't know, North Shore. If they somehow move North Shore to Duncanville side of the bracket, that would be amazing. That would be hilarious. Because that's been the state championship all these years. So, I mean, it's possible based on how they did it for South Oak Cliff and Port Neches Groves. Granted, Port Neches Groves got slammed every time they play South Oak Cliff after that. But I mean, we'll see. Because I made the joke that before I figured out Randall was going to Division 1, that Randall be moved to the other side of the bracket for South Oak Cliff. Yeah. We'll see what happens. I could see Montgomery School moving somewhere else potentially. We'll see. Because I will say District 8 is very inconvenient for travel for the playoffs. Because if you just to see who Port Neches Groves played in the playoffs, like let's see. Where is Port Neches Groves on here? Port Neches. Oh Jesus. Let's see. Like here's who they have to play. They play Nacogdoches, Ennis, Midlothian Heritage, and South Oak Cliff. Those aren't exactly close to them. And granted, they play at neutral locations, but still. Like they had to go to Bryan just to play South Oak Cliff, and actually they had to go to Stephen F. Austin University in Nacogdoches, ironically, years ago. So I mean, it's a lot of commuting. It's like you have those districts on the edge of those regions, yeah. And then like 5 Division 1, you've had like the Leander schools all travel, and the Georgetown school. Obviously, there's one Leander school left, which that could affect how this district ends up being, who could be in this could also see a case where like District 8 has Lufkin and all these schools in it. That's possible. I could definitely see that district going there. But and then 6A can't really get out of it because there's more schools down there in Houston and San Antonio than DFW. But like District 13, 14, 15, and 16, those are all Houston area schools. They don't really have a choice. Like they have to play Duncanville. Like Duncanville has to play the Woodlands or Westfield or whoever the heck they're playing that year. Like it's kind of inconvenient, but 6A is kind of trapped at that point just because there's so much more schools down there. Yeah. But there's that. We'll see. There's not really a perfect solution unless you like smaller for absolutely no reason. So yeah. Well, overall, there you go. That's our UIL. I don't know how to put it. The twas the realignment, I guess I'll put it like that. So yeah. Ayush, I know you haven't been studying this as much as I have, but do you have any predictions?
No.
All right. What do you think? Actually, I'll give you this. Do you think DeSoto is 6A or 5A?
6A.
I'm actually gonna say 5A. I just have a weird feeling I'm going to 5A this year. I wouldn't be surprised either way though. Honestly, if there's a way they can only opt out for football, they take that. They go 6A there and then just 5 everything else. But we'll see. I'd like to say I like to see them 6A, but I get if they go to 5A. It is what it is. We'll see. I think it's 50-50 to be honest with you. Yeah. But we'll see. And then if North Shore somehow ends up on I'm just throwing it out there as the possibility if North Shore ends up on the same side of the bracket as Duncanville. Like imagine like North Shore ends up in like 13, 14, 15, or 16, and then they have to play Duncanville like the state quarterfinals. That would be crazy. Like I said, I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm just throwing the possibility out there for all of y'all wondering. Yeah. That would be interesting. Yeah. But, I mean, I'm very intrigued. I'll still be watching high school football. I'll still be watching Texas high school football, even though it'll be in a completely different state when the season starts. Yeah, but in 2028, I'll probably do more realigning. But yeah, it's just this year I couldn't get as much details on who's opting up and all that, and kind of hard to do it the day before. So yeah, but we'll see what happens. Oh man, but if y'all want to see like me actually talk about all the schools I'm realigning, then go to the stream yesterday. So yeah. You know what I did? I used to make this sheet go even faster.
What?
I did this on my school account so I could work on it at school. Think about it, because like I work on it. If I do it on my personal account, I can't work on it at school because I can't access my personal account. So, yeah. But and like I said this every year. I've done this, and but I did not use any AI to do this. I did this all I'm not trying to brag. I did this all myself. I used the template UIL basically. By that, like where everyone was already. But yeah, like where all which districts each team was in already. Yeah, there's that. But I mean, drop your predictions down below in the comments if you have anything. The main one I'm curious about is if the DeSoto is going to go to 5A or 6A, because I think I think either way they're going to win state because they're DeSoto. Like if they're 6A, they'll be in 6th Division 2 state playoffs no matter what because they're the smallest school there, or they would be a small school there, based on what district they'd more than likely be in, and they'd probably smack whoever they're playing the state championship. Because I mean that team will beat Carroll. If I Division 1, then they'll probably smoke everyone. So I mean, either way, I think it gives good to DeSoto. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm very intrigued to see, but I won't be able to check exactly at 9 a.m. I'll probably check at like 9:20 ish if I can. Who's FaceTiming me? Is that you? Oh shoot. There's that. But Bob, have you been wearing a headband?
Yeah.
Cool. But I will say, I think that the realignment tomorrow, it'll be very interesting. That's for sure. So yeah. I saw that. I'm very excited for him.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Look at this. 1 day ago. 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So 2 seniors.
Nice.
Look, someone follow this. Well, no memento. Or the electric video. God.
Cool.
Oh, let's freaking go, bro. Like.
Oh, that's awesome.
They like the electric video, and they're mad at us, which is really good.
Nice. Yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a nice day. And goodbye. See y'all next one. Peace.